Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're trying a new Tom Ford concealer. This is the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealers and it comes in a like twist up applicator, kind of like a lipstick looking kind of case. Here's the very luxurious outer packaging of this one. This concealer retails for $60, a pretty penny. For that money, I definitely have very high expectations. It needs to be amazing. And then once you open it, you twist it up and here is what the inside looks like. I got mine in the shade 1C0 Silk, which I'm really hoping will work for me. I did get it at Nordstrom where it's already available, but the Nordstrom store near me still didn't have testers made. So I had to just kind of guess by looking at them what the right color for me would be. So I'll definitely let you know whether or not that works. But anyways, it is now available at Nordstrom. And if you're interested in this one and you want to get it, please shop using the link down in the description box of this video. Whenever you shop my links, you're helping out my channel. So it's definitely very appreciated. And so let's get started putting makeup on. As you can see, I already did my eyebrows and it is time to moisturize. I'm going to use my Magic Cream today. I've been trying to switch to the Tula moisturizer, but there's so little left in this jar. I want to finish it before I go back to using this one. So Magic Cream it is, which you guys know Magic Cream is still my favorite. I'm just trying the Tula one to see if it's comparable. And it is a much more affordable option than Magic Cream. So let's just rub everything in. And the reason that I apply my moisturizer after I fill in my eyebrows is that the brow gel doesn't hold if your skin is like too hydrated. If I freshly applied my moisturizer, I can't lift my eyebrows. So I always do my brows first and then I moisturize. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Lancome Tinted Care and Glow foundation, and I found the perfect mix of my two shades to get me the perfect color. So the shades I have are 310 neutral and 120 neutral because there isn't a neutral in the 2 category, which I think if that existed, that would be my ideal shade. But it doesn't, so I have to mix 2, which I'm okay with because this foundation is so freaking bomb. So from the 310, which is the dark shade, I need 1 pump. And then from the 120 shade, which is the light one, I need 2 pumps. And I found that mixing those 3 pumps together at that ratio is just kind of my perfect skin color. So we're going for it. I have my beauty blender and I'm just going to dab my Lancome foundation all over my face. See, that is the perfect shade for me right now. Maybe during the summertime, if I get any color, I can do like half and half of each color. But for right now, 2 of the light one and 1 of the dark one is what's working for me. Check it out. Here are these foundations applied. Time to find out a little bit more about this soft matte concealer. It is a Nordstrom exclusive skincare infused stick formula that hydrates skin while also providing buildable coverage with a seamless soft matte finish. Like I said, I got mine in the shade Silk and these are made in Japan. It says that the concealer melts a hydrating skincare ingredient with imperfection blurring makeup technology. The formula features hyaluronic acid for an instant 12-hour hydration and spherical powders to ensure silky smooth seamless application for comfortable non-drying wear. Hyaluronic acid plumps the skin through moisture, reducing the look of fine lines immediately and over time. Vitamin E provides antioxidant protection for the skin. Soft Focus powder offers a natural soft matte finish. The formula is waterproof, transfer sweat, and humidity resistant. It is non-caking, non-poring, and crease resistant. So lots of big claims. Wait. There's something weird on the website versus this box. And I am looking at the right product. Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. So in the box, and you can see it right here, it says made in Japan, right? And then on the Nordstrom website, it says that the concealer is made in Italy. Maybe the website is wrong. the ingredients listed are the same as the ingredients listed in the box. So obviously I'm not sure whether or not this matters a lot, but I just found it very weird that the website says made in Italy and the box says made in Japan. Definitely worth noting that on the how to use section, the concealer seems to be most recommended to be used with foundation, like either under or over foundation to spot conceal, and we are going to try it like that because as you can see I have a bit of redness coming through right here that can definitely use a bit more coverage. We can cover this little pimple here. We can try it in that way, but I also wanted to try it underneath the eyes because usually that's what I use concealers for. So we are going to try it on top of some discoloration and underneath the eyes as well. I'm going to grab a bit of concealer with a brush. This is a REPHR number 21 brush, and I'm going to dab it and pat it on the areas that I want to conceal a little further. Right here, for example, I feel like I definitely need a bit more coverage, and this is a little lighter than my foundation shade, which I actually like because, again, the main reason I wanted it was for under eyes and to see how it works underneath the eyes, which now that I read that is mainly for foundation, I'm concerned about creasing, but it does say that it is crease resistant and non-caking, and I hope that they didn't mean only on like the cheek area and stuff. I hope that that applies to the under eyes as well. Anyways, blended on my cheek, I feel like it's not doing much. Let me lower the light a bit. See, I have some redness right there that you can see, and I'm just going to put it on with the actual concealer for a bit more coverage since the brush is not really doing much for me. And then I'm going to tap it in with the sponge a bit. Okay, yeah, that's better. That definitely did cover the redness when I applied more. So let's go for the under eye area. I'm gonna try it on this side first, and I'm just going to, like I said, apply it with the actual tip of it, and then back with my beauty blender I'm going to tap it in place. Okay, that definitely added a lot of brightness to the under eye area, and I didn't apply that much. I'm putting the lights up a bit more. I didn't really apply that much, but you can definitely tell the difference. It says that it's buildable, so I'm going to go with a little bit more right there to see if I can get it to cover even better. And once again, lightly blending it with my sponge. That looks really nice, and it did build up, but I definitely can still see like my under eye circle underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it the way that I usually use concealers, which is with a color corrector. Underneath this eye, I'm going to first apply my color corrector, and then I'm going to put the concealer over top, and we can compare both sides throughout the day and see how things are looking. I have my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector right here. I use mine in the shade 2 Medium, and with my BK Beauty A506 brush, I'm going to dab this concealer right underneath my eyes here. And you can see that while this definitely doesn't look as bright as this, the purpley hues are gone, which is what matters because we then put a concealer over top of that. I cleaned my A506 brush, and I'm actually going to use it to put the concealer over top of here. I just want to try like different methods of application to see what works best. So I'm grabbing more concealer from the little tube. I got quite a bit on the brush, and I'm going to tap it over the color corrector. And you can see how that instantly is brightening everything. I'm going to do the eyelid a bit, and I think I want to apply a little bit more to this side. Still no color corrector, but just to see how much I can really build it. So I applied a couple of dots, and with the brush I'm going to blend it out. Okay, so building it up definitely works. You can see that it definitely has more coverage than before. I think I do still like this side a bit more because it looks more natural. Like we needed like 3 layers of it over here to get this level of coverage, while here we did a color corrector and just 1 layer of the concealer, and I feel like it looks a bit more natural, but I mean barely any different to be honest, but I can see a bit of a difference. So I think I'm going to move on to other steps and leave my concealer without setting for right now, just to see with my skin moving and whatnot how much it creases, if it creases, without putting any powder on, and then I'll figure out whether or not I do want to powder on top of it. Because the thing when you powder is you definitely will create maybe a bit more texture, but then if you don't, things might crease a lot. So this is my Charlotte contour wand I'm using, and I'm just going to blend it out. Now that the contour is blended, I'm also going to apply a bit of my Charlotte Tilbury blush in Peach Pop. I gotta say, I really, really love this one. It's so pretty. Gracias, buenos días. Okay, so even though for you it's been seconds, for me it's been like a good 5 minutes since I first applied the concealer. So we're going to check on creasing now. Are you all the way close? No, you're not. Okay, so if I'm just looking at you, looking down, looking to the side, whatever, you're not going to really see a lot of creasing, I don't think, because the skin underneath my eyes isn't stretched. So let's test it out if I look up. So let me look up. Okay, so it actually is not bad at all. And the side that has the 3 layers of concealer has less creasing than the side that has the concealer and the corrector, I must admit. See, this one has like a teeny tiny bit of creasing right there. Again, you really can't see it unless I like pull down my eye like that. And this one, it has a bit as well, but I felt like looking up at a mirror, I could see it more on this eye for sure. It definitely is not creasing much, which is a good thing. And I do also think that it's definitely a hydrating concealer. It's very nice and creamy. It has a natural to like maybe a bit glowy finish to it. And I think that I do want to set it with a bit of translucent powder. So I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Under Eye translucent powder with my Wayne No. 3 brush, and I'm going to just tap a bit of powder right under the eye. And this powder is nice and blurring as well, so it will just be a nice added blurring effect to the under eye area. That looks amazing. I was going to set just one side, but it looks so good set that I think I'm going to do both. So same thing over on this side. See how that blurs so beautifully? I love this Pat McGrath powder. I must say I'm very impressed so far. I feel like I'm going to have a fabulous makeup day. So take a look right here at the concealer fully set and with a blurring powder over top. I think that everything is looking really, really good. So it is now exactly 11 a.m. and I'm going to check back with you in a few hours to see how this concealer is wearing throughout the day. First impressions, I am very impressed. Especially because I don't usually go for cream concealers like that, but this looks really, really good. And it doesn't look any different or thicker or anything like that than a liquid concealer would look on me. So I am loving it, and I will see you guys later. Hello again. It is 2:53 right now, almost 3 o'clock, which means I've had this concealer on for almost 4 hours. And I know my eye looks are probably very distracting, but just ignore them. You will see these on my channel on Friday, I believe, so keep an eye out for that video. But in the meantime, check out the concealer. I have not touched up the concealer. I was so careful creating these eye looks so that I wouldn't get any fallout on the concealer that would ruin this concealer review, and I have to say I succeeded. The under eyes look exactly the same as when I started putting eyeshadow on, and well, this is how the concealer is wearing 4 hours in right here. It's actually wearing really nicely in my opinion. It has not changed or moved. Nothing has happened to it. It looks exactly the same as when I first put it on and set it and all of that. Like, it has not budged. Very long lasting for the looks of it. So I'll be back in a few more hours to do a final check-in on how the concealer is wearing, and also to tell you my final thoughts on this Tom Ford launch. I am back and it is almost 7 o'clock, like 5 minutes till 7, which means we're officially 8 hours into this wear test. And let me tell you, I am so beyond impressed with this soft matte concealer from Tom Ford. Yes, he is definitely a pretty penny, but does it not look like I put it on like 30 minutes ago? Because I think it looks fantastic. My under eyes look incredible. The coverage is still there. There is no like weird texture going on. There isn't like dryness happening. The concealer doesn't look glowy. It hasn't like worn away or anything like that. It literally looks like I put it on 30 minutes ago. Now, the creasing part of it, I feel like we still have, it's like, honestly, actually, after I set it with that Pat McGrath translucent powder, I cannot even tell you that there's creasing there because I like don't see it. This is incredible. A concealer that claims to be creaseless and it actually does not crease is blowing my mind right now. Honestly, I don't know if you have dry skin, oily skin, combination, normal. I'm pretty sure this is going to work great for anyone because I do not see your under eyes going oily throughout the day or anything like that. And the wear on this concealer is unlike anything I've seen before, to be honest. It is looking incredible. The coverage is there, definitely buildable. Remember, on this eye, I put a color corrector and then one layer of concealer. And on this eye, I put like 3 layers of concealer. One of them might have been a little bit on the sheer side, but I did apply my concealer over here like 3 times. But both under eyes look incredible. There is no creases anywhere. The coverage is there under both eyes. It looks natural. My dark circles aren't showing up 8 hours in. We could totally keep going with the wear test because 8 hours in, it looks like I applied it 30 minutes ago. So in 4 more hours, I'm pretty sure that not much is going to have changed. By the way, the foundation and bronzer and blush and all of that are also looking really nice 8 hours in. I'm honestly very impressed. I know that the concealer is not cheap, but I have to say I highly recommend it because I feel like this is the best that a concealer review has gone on my channel in the past like 3 years at least. This concealer is incredible. I highly recommend it. And you guys know that I don't review everything that Tom Ford launches. Definitely not a fan of those palettes, but Tom Ford does complexion products really well, and this is the proof. So if you are interested in shopping the concealer, the link is down below in the description box. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave, and definitely let me know what you think down in the comment section. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, please don't leave without subscribing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.